Hello and good morning from Kenya. What's good? It is 1:30 a.m. and I cannot sleep and I thought of doing this. Yo, I've been waiting for this and I have to talk about it right now because I cannot sleep. Insomnia maneno. So yes, let's do this. I brought my notebook so that I will not miss anything. So let's get into it. It's really hard and I know you cannot wait to hear this. It's Emirates group exercise, the one that I was at. Like my latest video I posted about how my day was like on the Emirates experience kind of that one is the latest video. Just check it out because I went for the interview with no invitation. Yes, but well, I was just trying out, I was just checking out what happens, and I've made connections and I got to know people and I made new friends. All right, before I do this, I'm going to send a shout out to Zainab. I met Zainab on TikTok and I personally met her right there. And most of y'all that saw me, who know me from TikTok, Vera, Mary, who else? Well, there are lots of them. I'm sending lots of love for y'all. All right, shout out to you, every one of you. All right, so let's get into it. Group 1, and I'm thinking two of this information, like the group 2 and group 3, Vera made it. So it's under courtesy of her, thanks to her. So I made it to group 1. First of all, group 1, we had 2 groups, okay? So she was eliminating from the group that was invited and then the group that did not have invites. That's us. So, okay, now I think the group that were invited, she took 20, and in our group she took 10, so 30 of them proceeded to group 2. Now I'll do the group 1. So the one that were invited were told to introduce themselves and mention something unique about themselves, okay? Now for us that were not invited, we were told to state 2 main responsibilities for a cabin crew. We were seated in groups, right? Groups of 10s. And then we had 4 or 5 groups. Okay, so we will, one of us will mention 2 responsibilities and then mention their name, and then the rest of the group will mention their name, introduce themselves, mention your name, where you're from, what you do, and 1 responsibility, what you think is important for a cabin crew. Okay, so we were eliminated. The first one was elimination from that. Next to group 2. So group 2, I'm referring to my notebook, okay? So group 2, the task was they were given a page, an A4 page, and then they were told, assuming you are on in the plane, you are a cabin crew, and all passengers are asleep. 6 passengers have no fleece blanket. Okay, these 6 passengers are a VIP passenger, a blogger, a complaining, late coming kind of a passenger, a pregnant woman, and then the 6th one was a child that is below 16 years old. Okay, so whom would you give the blanket? It's only 1 blanket that is remaining, and you have this people, 6 of them. Again, I'll repeat: a VIP, a blogger, a complaining passenger who came late, a pregnant woman, and a child below 16. Okay, that was the second incident. So they were asked, who do you think? And a lot of people were eliminated on this as well. Okay, who do you think who would you give the blanket to? And the answer was the child below 16. Okay, yeah, the answer was, a lot of people were wrong, but the answer ended up to be the child below 16. All right, the next one. Now she eliminated, I don't know how many were eliminated, and then they proceeded to the next group exercise. That is group exercise 3. Okay, I think they were 10. Group exercise 3 is a situation. You are a crew, of course, you are a crew, and then the pilot came with a cake, carrying a cake like this, okay, from the cockpit, and then the pilot gives you the cake to distribute, to share it with the passengers. Okay, who would you give and who would you leave? who would you give and who would you leave, right? So the answer to this was no one. You are not supposed to give passengers food that is not from the galley kitchen, like from the ones that is done from the catering, like from the galley. Okay, you see the cake is from the cockpit by a pilot, it's not from the kitchen galley. All right, yeah, so you cannot give passengers that kind of food. That was the answer. All right, and that's about it. Unfortunately, my friend was eliminated on this stage, and then I did not have any more connections. They were left 4 people. 4 people managed to one-on-one interview and medicals. I don't know if there were any more eliminations. That's about it. Thanks for always tuning in. Again, new watchers, please subscribe, like, and share. Okay, and keep on following me because I'll be posting any upcoming opportunities by this kind of airlines. Thank you very much. Now I'll go look for some sleep, and yeah. Thank you. I'm out.